Gen ñu ngi lay nuyu bu baax naka nga def hello
Mr. Nyang sa voice baa ngi xaw a sori waaye na ngeen def maa ngi nuyu askan bi ñoon déglu yëpp
jërëjëf ñu gërëm la bu baax ci ni nga ñëwee first and foremost ñu bëgg a xam sa réaction ci incident bu xew ci police bi bi nga ko gisee xam naa ne xal na laa jaaxal of course gis nañ tamit vidéo bu ñëw wane noonu ci screen bi léegi ci ni nga da nga ko bëgg a def jàngat but first ñu ñëw si sa réaction balaa ñoo ñëw ci vidéo bi naka nga jàngatee latest incident bu dal ci kaw police bi.
waaw sa voice nga xaw a sori tuuti maa ngi fekk lu dul bàyyi léegi but su ma understandé yaa ngi laajte naka la suma jàngat ci incident bu happen recently.
exactly
ñaari police ñu jàmm noonu.
waaw.
Wow, so that's a very important question. From Mr. Nyang there is more to the story because nyari police officers, yoo xam ne kenn nit moo ñëw jamlen out of nowhere because of altercation. I'm going to report them and nagay the intelligence of the Gambian people because nit doo ñëw rek nga ne ko yow dama toog rek mu mbég na am na loo def pour mu mbég la. What we need to ask ourselves here morning, I mean ourselves morning, since this guy works for a private security company, that was he in uniform. According to the PRO, interview and had no reason to be in the area. How did they know reason? Big guy having in the first place the most security officer. And another thing I mean that police not identifying themselves or where they're in uniform to say, hey, police officers, let me guide their feet. How you approach a situation, you're gonna go guys, it's very important because you see police they have a tendency of hey, play the feet, no, take your time. You are there to de-escalate the situation. Try to find out what's going on while you maintain 6 to 9 feet this gap. To make sure that I'm gonna react according to threat. Understand? And another thing we like the morning, that guy that this was a case of self-defense because just because you're a police officer doesn't mean the other parties to defend Bopam because approach not defend Bopam. I was just talking about it Rajabi. From last week, as a police officer, because police officers, Europe, police. They secure, police, not, then obviously you're in that process, you have every right to defend yourself. And in the process of defending yourself, if they put your life and your family's life in danger, you have every right to defend yourself, to use whatever force necessary, including deadly force, to defend yourself. So in this case, we have to look at all angles, not just they had an altercation, one. But another thing, Yahya Jammeh rescue. So there's so much here to be looked at, basically. Another thing that we have to look at the area, CCTV cameras, understand, to make sure that story be telling at because Mr. Jallo is a citizen of the Gambia, he's a security officer, so therefore there's a higher probability that he had every right to be in that area. Now the question is, can more escalate situation? Can more escalate? Because it had to be something.
Okay. Last year I can remember when the police shooting happened, they react they were much about on the training of the police, but also their approach towards the opponent. Video being siani with us, ben you ko wone ni dafa melni police bi tamit ñu leen di tagade dafa am solo ñu approacher ki ñoo dilalo with lolu naka la mëna relate ak this latest incident ba tay ben opponent ci nga xamantene daf doon am jafe-jafe ak police bi ba mu jam ci ñaari police lolu does that have to do with the training and the approach ci sa own jangat?
Well, definitely, because training vitamin is very important. Come we go here, guy. Brain, you have about 3 seconds to react to a threat, right? So you're seeking at them as a police officer. When you approach somebody, your first thing, try to analyze the person that you're approaching. Analyze, assess the situation, and anticipate. So come right now to video, so my approach was in a respectful manner because like, what are you doing in the area? Understand? Why at the same time, I give them so I created that gap. You see the gap that Buma create. Understand? So then I give because of focus on the fact that my security, my unethical, so I was focusing on him. So to the point that I was able to take a much more brain, the process I am ready for any threat. Most of I was able to put him down. Understand? For my second video, I told you the same thing. I created the distance, 6 to 9 feet distance, because I was trying to understand who this person is, what was he doing in that area, but I was doing it in a respectful manner. Why also focusing on my safety? Because if I'm not safe, how can I protect the people that I'm protecting? Understand that? So all these things, security could just feel because them param. No, there's a psychological part of it, mental part of it, and an emotional part of it, not just practical now. Because you know what I mean. The only thing you are lacking approach more uniformly. So as a security officer, you always have to think one step ahead.
Okay.
Then because you guys understand.
Indeed. Now, again, ML, this is something more or less frequent in the Gambia. You bari ñu gana ragal criminal activities is dafa bari ci réew mi, but su demee ba léegi ñuy gën a attaque suñ police bi security ñi nga xamante ne ñoom ñoo war a make everybody feel safe and maintain law and order, ñu ngi dal seen kaw. So what does that mean in any country, especially a country like Gambia, in which nit ñi minew ñu mel ni, but léegi rey ñu ngi gën a bari ci dëkk bi, and then also we are seeing police are being attacked in more frequent way. What could be done pour ñu remedy such a situation in this country?
Well, we have to put fear in these criminals. We have to show them who is in control of our security. Understand? Yeah. Like for example, criminals are just like bullets. Like man, throughout my academic career, like school, primary school, man don't regular bully in school. Like for example, there's just one story I want to share. Some of course grade 10, woman knew in those. You know, I'm grade 12. You guy, then you get trained, you get school team selection. So you get trained, you warm up, you warm up, you talk on the phone, while you play. Understand? You play a gap, and can play. Understand? So on that note, so you have HO, then so for some reason, you get school, when you see some bag. Understand? So that day, in fact, so after the period for days to make sure the next time nobody will even have nobody will even slightly have the idea and you believe. Understand? There are so many other incidents. I mean, I have to stop that. So the problem more, criminals, they are bullets. Understand? We have to show them that. So when you attack our people, especially our police officers, why do you think America they respect CIA and accept FBI? Because of that mindset that that guy just see criminal killer. You're not gonna mess with our criminal justice system. Why you have many they are in our criminal justice system? They are the biggest threat to our national security. Especially this recent security breach at the State House. How many have been seeing it in their ears? You know, sir, to the point I even feel like a broken record. So security, I would buy best friend because people will use that to get to you. Understand? So all these things, the problem they want to create you. This is the problem. We have intelligent people in the Gambia. You have many why they are because you're full of protect. President Baro, Ben of vote lam si dekabi. Understand? So is against the law. If you're doing your job, you are protected under the Constitution. No, you cannot be fired or discriminated or bullied for simply doing your job. So all these things, we need to know these things so that they can protect our buffer.
Okay.
This is a problem in Gambia.
All right, maybe one last point. Bala ñu la bay moy ñu nekk ci nguur gen most cases dañ lay wax ne the police or our security officers or personnel are doing their best to maintain law and order and peace in this country, ci Gambia. But of course, there's no perfect security anywhere in the world. Du Gambia kese, lego incident yu mel ni daf day am. So especially a country like the Gambia bi nga xamantene more than 20 years of dictatorship transitioning to democracy, ndax mun nañoo nangu ne wala accept ne things like this sometimes could happen, and people need to understand that it is not as it used to be. Sometimes foog ñu gis jafe-jafe yu ñoo gis nii ci réew mi, incidents here and there. Is that normal in a state of democracy somehow? Ndax mun nañoo understand loolu?
Well, xam nga lu ngay wax dëgg la moo tax ñu ne yow as a security personnel yow yaa war a gën a smart criminal. You always have to think one step ahead. So gisee suñ cellphone si sa computer yi da ngaa toog sa ñee la ne da nga update ak software bi because dafa war a ànd ak jamono. Understand? Waaye ñun soo ko xoolee suñ nit ñi every year lañ dee train. Understand? Every year. So da ngaa gis ne every year boobu yaa ngi dem si tubaab bi mun laa wone moom mu ngi feel superior. Understand? Yow mu jox la chicken change yow nga foog ne ci yàppal la jox. Like recently, like I said, I was watching this video ne suñ military bu ñu doon train bu British yi ñëwee di train aw gars yi ñoom they are just now figuring out what tourniquet is. Understand? Ak Israel bandages you don't have to use them. Loo xam ne ni yow moo laa woon ne ñun dañu war dellu gannaaw and ñoom they are so focused on di wane ñu ngee def lii waaye then behind closed doors they're not even doing anything to protect the Gambian people. Then la ñëw na daal this is the situation. Police yi nañ bàyyi ñuy dictate guy when they investigate. There was this case that we were investigating guy Ross investigation bi case bi léegi mu ngi court buñ laajtee investigator bi mu ne ma ne waaw dañu doon Ross pour ñu jeexal investigation bi. No, you are in control of the situation. Because you're investigate, I don't understand. You are dealing with somebody's character, somebody's integrity, somebody's career. Understand that? You want to make sure that you get it right, even though we're not perfect. There's something called honest mistake, while there's something called negligence. And you cannot just want to rush, so I have to rush this investigation. So, luma understand more in it. Gambian bi dafa buga lo xamne daf sé wëru rek ñun li ngi happen fu nekk dëgg la waaye tamit ku ko def tamit you have to put that fear in them su ko defee su nekkoon ne 100 people ñoo ko waroon a def le 10 bi waa di nga mën a contrôle 10 bi waaye doone rek daf day happen boo daf ku nekk mu ngi def lu ko neex because su nga wone li yàggale fu fi lañ ko fi fekka when are we going to change America crime mi ngi happen every day yaa ngi rey ni dëgg la waaye da ngaa gis ne 20 years later sax dañ lay jàppa because dañ la dee woon ne you're not going to play with our taxpayers. You're not going to play with our people. You're not going to play with our security officers. So, why so large and security officers is more like they can have time at a day. The whole week they can have time. I think Japan is that get the problem. The Gambia, I'm lolu. Yeah. NIA, whether they change to be or not, it has to do with how we operate. We can keep changing the name every day, but if we do not put fear in the criminal's mind, it doesn't matter. It has to do with how we operate. Don't let people were traumatized, so what? Just as long as you do it in accordance with the law, you have nothing to worry about. People will always say stuff. Can you complain about Bali?
Okay. Maybe I said one, that was the last point, but how about this one? Maybe in just a minute, ML, the attacker, who stabbed the 2 police officers is from a local security company. In this case, what should happen with this company in case the offender is found wanting of stabbing 2 of our police officers? Do they have anything responsible in this case?
Well, the investigation needs to be conducted thoroughly. Understand that? So the problem, he security officer. ndax police officers yi ñoom ñoo ko approach ñëw rek poñe ko di ko just because loolu they have a tendency of doing that. So even though su nekkee ne loi jox na leen doole sax pour ñu ñëw waxtaanaa yow they have to do it in a respectful manner because loi daf la jox yoon pour ni nga waxee nit ñi. Like I said, so this is a video bi am na yeneen videos yoo xam ne nii maybe in the future nañ ko share. Après waaye dama ko gis the same scenario dama ko gis ma topp ko daw ma takku ko respectfully because I saw a threat waaye immediately bu threat bi sorry rek ma stop suma use of force. So waaye balaa ma ko approach dama njëkk a wax ak moom comme like the video bi nii ma gis ne okay this guy muy def my life in danger ak suma partner bi I had to put him down. Understand? So loolu mooy legal. So we have to look at all the circumstances around this issue. Okay, police officer ndax ñoo dem rek fii di ko def hey kaay fii di ko just di ko bully because just recently maa ngi gis benn police officer traffic officer mu ngi ci police station bi video maa ngi circulé muy wax subject bi rek mbéj ko kooku feetu. Now there was a problem. We have to respect ourselves to get respect.
Okay.
So uniform B, you represent the police force. You represent the integrity of all police force. Man my police officer, my IGP, my donor IGP. Because and I keep telling them this, it's gonna get worse if we don't put measures in place. If we do not stop heavily relying on these tubabs, pour ñu ñëw toppatoo suñu dëkk bi. Monsieur Niang wax na ko seen ma tëjee fii rek. ñooñu xamuñ our struggle. They don't understand our struggle. They don't understand our challenges, the challenges that we face. Because ñoom lu ñoo traîner ñoom lu wax seen dëkk la ñoo traîner te ñoom lu cin bu gaa yi dugal si seen lijum lu gaa yi dugal seen cin bi pour muy dox seen dëkk du mën a dox seen dëkk. So first ñu toog ñu am si own security sector reform office ak ñoo xam ne nii borom xam-xam yi si Gambia you talk together, you put our differences aside, we do the things. We do the job in the best of our ability. Understand? Then this way, you want to progressive, they serve the Gambian people rather than just every time they insult the intelligence of the Gambian people, security, this security, that when they are the biggest threat to our national security. This is sad, man. Very sad. And we need to change the way we think. Okay. And anybody that couldn't vote out, we work with him. Even national assembly members, administration. If they don't do that, we show them that because of the power of the people, opportunity to make these decisions. And if they're not doing their jobs, fire them or vote them out. It's just that simple. We have a responsibility as citizens to play in this role because Section 6 of the Constitution, subsection 2, every citizen have the right and duty to protect the Constitution. Constitution. We need to defend the Constitution at all costs. It's not illegal. This is what I want people to understand. Because so we need to show these people, just like Kenya, respectfully, professionally, legally, you're not going to mess with the future of our children. Just that simple.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, ML. We appreciate once again your intervention. Appreciate Nankuba. And of course, we'll hope to catch up with you again some other time for your security because you say concern. But once again, thank you so very much. Appreciate Nankuba about your contribution. Thank you. All right.